Welcome to this video on higher inflation only an outlier. In the US, inflation rose surprisingly sharply to 4.2% in April. This was mainly due to special factors. For example, as the pandemic is subsiding, the resurgent demand is hitting industries that can't ramp up production as quickly. These are temporary bottlenecks. Thereafter, the inflation outlook is largely driven by wage costs. The unemployment rate is still high at 6%. That argues against inflationary wage pressures. But at the same time, companies are reporting 8 million unfilled jobs, an all-time high, which in itself argues for higher wage increases. This mismatch is partly caused by the fact that many Americans have withdrawn from the labor market because of the pandemic. Younger people probably postponed entering the workforce during the crisis and extended their education at schools and universities. The middle-aged are caring for the children more than usual because schools and childcare facilities are still partly closed. And those older than 65 have withdrawn from the labor market for fear of contagion. But over the time, the reasons for the decline in labor supply will disappear. The labor supply will rise again. The labor market is not yet tight. Therefore, wage costs in the US should continue to rise only moderately. Insofar, the recent rise in US inflation is only temporary. It will take a few more years before we get a real inflation problem both in the US and in the euro area.